For Paymani, the parental responsibility of protecting his family during the coronavirus pandemic gave him an idea which expands that care further afield.
The motivation behind setting up Screen and Shield was solely to answer a problem that I had personally. My wife was 6 months pregnant, my dad's in a high risk category, and I was living at home with both of them because my house was getting refurbished. And I tried to buy some masks online. I went to the usual large e-commerce sites 10 weeks ago, and I couldn't get any that were at a good price for us, that complied with the types of measures that governments were talking about. And I just thought, how hard can it be to create a face cover for your family that met certain characteristics and was affordable? And so I just sort of had to look into it. And then the more I looked into it, the more I realized it was plausible. And so I began to sort of initiate the first steps of the project. And during that time, maybe a week or 10 days into it, I sort of had this brainwave that it would be way better to give money back to communities for the purchase of these types of products, chiefly because most people have to buy them. And I think it's unfair that whole communities are being told to buy them, despite their importance, without any money going back into the ecosystem, especially when people were struggling financially and a lot of people were furloughed. And so I basically found a range of mask suppliers over a 10-week period, and created a range of masks, and I ended up settling on one type. And then I worked into the price structure and the shipping structure and so on and so forth, that I could give 10% back to the NHS. We got 13,000 views on our video organically. We've almost got 1,000 likes. We've won by the weekend, we'll have 700 customers. A national charities jumped on board. About 15 different types of communities have signed up, whether you're an individual in East Lothian in Scotland, all the way to a community centre in Somerset have signed up. So it seems to resonate with some people. And on a daily basis, we're getting inquiries about those community programs. And now that businesses are going back to work, in the next couple of weeks, we're starting to get business inquiries. Right now, as you can see I'm in a spare room in my house because I'm effectively furloughed as well from our own businesses. And so my wife, who's 6 months pregnant, is actually helping me fulfill the orders throughout the day because she's working full time. So in the evening, she's helping. And as you can see, we've got postal boxes going out, multiple orders every day. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to move from the house into a warehouse. We've got 10,000 more masks coming from our suppliers in the next 5 days. We're ready to cope with demand. We've got 30 new designs coming out. We already supply 30. And really, it's like, because it's like a homegrown affair, people are sort of digging it. And I think that's why it's sort of working, is that people just like the idea of, like, I'm all over the Facebook page. It's a very personal project. I think that's why it's resonating with people. Well, I hope it is. The traffic is constant, and it's organic, which is great.
And it is exactly this kind of homegrown, charitable and community-focused enterprise that experts say Scotland must build its economy around. Ian McNally, That's TV.